Hey folks, it's Liv. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use he and pronouns and I still don't know what it'll look like. Just trying to work this out. Today I wanted to talk about band-aid solutions, emotions, and how we can't keep running from our issues despite it being very challenging or maybe very traumatizing or hard to grapple with. First, I want to say that having this realization that I can't keep running from my issues, and the more I try to run, the worse, like, the stronger it'll come back for me, and the more I try to run, the more it will haunt me. Like, it will not go away until I address the underlying issue. Let me elaborate. I'm going to use my gender dysphoria example because I guess that's the most prominent one in my head and it's the most fresh one. If you've seen some of my previous videos, I have mentioned that I experienced chest dysphoria, bad chest dysphoria, and dysphoria in general because I am trans. And last year, especially at the end of last year, I didn't know that to actually, I guess, heal from these wounds, I have to confront the issue directly rather than keep running from it. Basically, I did all of these feel-good activities that people recommend when people are going through a rough time, like go exercise, go for a walk, meditate, what else? You know, eat well, sleep well, see your friends, talk to people. I did all of that, except for the meditation thing. I did all of that, yet I never really felt healed from it, despite everyone telling me that all of these things are good. It is good. I'm not undervaluing these activities. I'm not saying like don't talk to friends, don't exercise, don't sleep well, eat well. It definitely all helps. Like in the bigger picture, it really helps. But I realized that it's only like a short-term temporary distraction from the deep underlying issue that I have to at some point confront, work through, and work through. By like short-term distraction, I mean whenever I'm talking to friends, hanging out with friends, you know, exercising, boxing, playing video games, my troubles are sort of numbed and my brain isn't focused on it because the activity in front of me is giving me all these feel-good chemicals that I forget about the pain temporarily. But whenever I've like these activities finish, like I finish my session of video games, I finish exercising, I finish hanging out with friends, and I'm left alone again without constant stimulation, distractions, all these hard, difficult feelings hit me. Like I just feel like garbage when I'm left by myself and nothing to engage my brain with, and I'm just left with my raw self and the issue in front of me. I remember having a convo with one of my friends and she said you can't martial arts your way out of this, and like that line has literally stuck with me ever since that day. And I realized like shit, I can't run from this. Like these good feel good chemicals that do like it's good, it's a band-aid solution. It's just temporarily wiping away the pain. It's not like the cure per se to the actual issue going on. What I've come to realize is that there has to be a balance between the physical health, physical health, psychological and mental health, and spiritual health. And if one of these domains are out of balance for me, then it drags the other good domains down. Like if my physical health is good, my spiritual health is good, as in like I haven't really dived much into spiritual health, but then for me it means like living my truth and not like living as someone I'm not, that sort of thing. My identity as well. So if my physical and spiritual health is good but my mental health is garbage, then it'll drag both my physical and spiritual health down. it all links like that. It's not really one happening without a chain effect on the other ones. That's how it works for me. Back to my gender dysphoria. So at the end of 2019, it was really bad. My dysphoria is really, really bad. And basically, I found it very hard to enjoy life and function at my optimal level. And at that time, my physical health symptoms were exacerbated as well. So I have IBS, and my abdomen pain got really bad, and I felt nauseous quite regularly. So that's how it all links. And it wasn't until at the end of 2019, I was still in denial about my identity, and I was really scared. It wasn't until I actually stopped and said, Lev, you can't keep running. And I'm like, I I came out to myself as trans, and then I came out to a few of my close friends as trans. That was the time that I started feeling better, like genuinely, because I was living myself. I wasn't living as someone I'm not, and I wasn't lying to myself anymore. That's when I started healing. Not when I was like playing video games or exercising and stuff. Again, like those are good distractions, especially like when something may be too much for me to deal with at that current point in time, then I would just keep doing these activities to temporarily numb the pain until I'm sort of like in a better place in a way to actually say, right, okay, time for me to confront and deal with whatever has been bothering me for so long. At the end of last year, 2020, I still had issues bothering me, and now I come to realize that that issue that I was like bothering me deep down and it didn't go away was not being on hormones and feeling very dysphoric about my voice, being misgendered, and not fully feeling like myself. And it wasn't better. As in, it didn't get better until I started going on hormones, because that's something my mind has been telling me for years. Even before I came out as trans, before any of that, I'm like, I just like thought like maybe I should just go on hormones. Like I think I need to go on testosterone, but I was again very scared of it. I was in denial. I'm like, you're not trans. You can't be trans. And then yeah, at the end of last year, I was very conflicted still, because I had already made the decision to go on testosterone, but I wasn't on it yet, and that just made me feel very dysphoric. And at the time, I was misgendered a lot as well. Before my voice started dropping, I was misgendered a lot, even though my physique, like I look like a typical guy. Um, whenever I talked, my more feminine voice would sort of give way that I was assigned female at birth, and then people would start questioning my gender, and then misgendering me, and all this garbage that was not fun at all. Now I'm not saying going on hormones is like the magic potion that makes everything better, and I experience no more issues. I still experience dysphoria. It's not gone. However, going on testosterone has helped me with healing in terms of not feeling like myself and not liking myself, because the body I'm in is not aligned with my gender identity. It's helped me begin that physical, I guess, healing process. I want to try and summarize this whole video. So basically, activities such as exercise, eating well, sleeping well, getting good sleep, getting enough sleep, hanging out with friends, staying in contact with people, not like socially isolating yourself, etc. They're all very good. They all can be very good for our mental health. I'm not denying the power of like these different things. It's just, it is only, for me at least, it's only a temporary band-aid solution to deep psychological or emotional trauma or issues, whatever it may be called, deep underlying things that need to be dug up and dealt with through direct confrontation. Because for me, these activities are, they temporarily numb my pain, but it doesn't directly address the underlying issue. And the only way I've overcome these things, or like see it in different light, not fight with myself, what, I don't know what it's called, it's just not, it stopped tormenting me, basically, these deep underlying issues. The way it stopped tormenting me is for me to look it directly in the eye and be like, come at me, and like I confront it rather than run from it, because I've done the running my whole life and it never really ends well for me. Like, I just keep feeling like garbage when I don't have these feel good activities stimulating my brain and giving me these feel good neurotransmitters, basically. Can't run. These activities are good for temporary numbing of pain, and I need to confront things directly in order to overcome it. That's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.